cash is real. The stakes are high. They bet big. They win big. They lose big. High stakes live action poker. Live at the bike.
Frank, Sam, and Greg all folding.
Jesse gonna limp.
He's going to limp with a weak ace.
Any ace has been Jesse's MO so far.
Ping deciding to exploit that limp by raising. Bryce with pocket jacks.
When we know already, we saw what Cookie has in the big blind.
Now,
secret's out.
The problem with Cookie being where she is in the hand, if she re-raises, her hand is face up. If she flats,
her hand is face up.
Yeah, her hand is pretty face up. I would just go for the re-raise right away and just, you know, just bet my opponent out of the pot. He's not like if she flats, Bryce is going to be savvy to the fact that she has a big hand. So I'm going to re-raise here because I don't want to give Bryce a free flop. You're essentially just giving him a free flop by flatting here, because I think Bryce is going to be good enough to check fold the flop.
Well, not only that, when you flat, you allow your other two opponents in who
Yeah.
have a propensity to gamble. So more than likely, if she just calls here, her other two opponents could easily just come into the pot. So that's the question. Does she want to play it 4 ways?
No, I think this is snap, cold 4-bet. Bryce made 260. I'm probably making it somewhere like 580 in that range. She made 620, so 580, 620 is very much in the same range. Now Bryce getting 2-1 immediate pot odds, plus Cookie has 4,700 behind. He's gonna make the call. If Cookie does have a big hand, he wants to use snap her off with if she flops a jack. Maybe she has ace king some of the time.
Cookie has 4,600 behind. Bryce has her covered.
And that's the flop that's going to be trouble for Bryce. He flopped a gut shot along with his overpair.
Yep, it's going to cost some money unless he gets lucky.
Well, he could also play it aggressively, which is definitely a non-standard line, and I don't think he would ever raise here. Although it is a flop texture that he can get away with raising, because what's Cookie gonna do with the overpair? Is she just gonna set it, put in 5,000? He's gonna put her on a tough spot.
That's a good point. If he check raises here, puts Cookie in a really tough spot, because she narrows his range to what when she called pre-flop? Exactly these kind of hands: 10s, 9s, 8s, 7s, jacks, all of which she hates. Even
2 pairs or a big combo draw. So if you're looking at a range that strong, check raise has merits. And there we go, Bryce with the check raise. So exactly what we're talking about. He's putting Cookie in a very tough spot. He's also sized it where it looks like Cookie has no fold equity. She shoves, and I don't think Bryce is gonna fold now. He essentially can't.
And Cookie knows this too.
Yeah, he's committed himself to the pot. But psychologically, if he announces all in, it looks more like a draw to your opponents. So another tough spot that Cookie has been in tonight. Although the other spot was not as big as a $600 river bet by Jesse.
So $750 from Cookie. What was Bryce's raise? We're still figuring that out.
It looks like we have it at 3,100.
Okay.
So this is essentially Cookie all in. Now the reason that Bryce didn't announce all in is psychologically when a player announces all in, you think they're more likely to have a draw. When
she'd have 1,500 behind, but yes, essentially all in, right?
Yeah, when you check raise to this amount, it looks more like for value.
Did I transpose my word? I knew it. You did. I was trying to make sense of they allow you not to play.
They don't envy Cookie the spot. Such a tough hand because you have to bet it. You can't allow any
Yeah.
of the draws to roll off for free. But then also by betting it, you put yourself in this kind of situation. It's just now you have to feel it out.
Very tough spot. Cookie apologizing to the table. This is a really long tank for a cash game. Cookie a 3-1 favorite, but we can see the genius of this move by Bryce. He's just putting his opponent in a tough spot. Even if she had aces, aces and queens is relatively the same hand here. In Bryce's eyes, he knows his equity against those hands, but he also knows that the playability of those hands is tough for this deep of a stack. This is deep stack poker at its finest. It's in a player, he knows his hand is beat, but he knows his equity against that hand, and he also knows his full equity he has by making this raise. He's deciding this is a positive expected value play. This play is profitable, and that's why Bryce made it.
You can see Bryce becoming more and more comfortable as he sits there. Usually you actually become more and more uncomfortable, but
I was in a hand earlier today where I made a big bet on the river, and my opponent was thinking, and I was just sitting there thinking how should I even act? I try to look at a spot on the table, shuffle my chips, try to ignore all conversation.
were you bluffing or were you?
I can't tell you because the player was a live at the bike player.
Well, more than likely you probably had it if you were that easy in the just trying to. If you were trying to think through how you should look, you probably had it. Is my guess.
I was thinking through how I should look.
Because here's the difference. When you're bluffing, you think through how you think you look. When you're not bluffing, you think through how I should look, right? Does it make sense?
Sure, that's one way to look at it.
Or at least that's for me. I'm freaking scared shitless when I'm bluffing. Excuse my language, but I am. And you sit there long enough, and you're just like, how do I look? Oh my gosh. Can they see my heart? Can they see? Is my face getting red? What's going on?
Cookie uncapping her cards. She's like, do I have a heart in my hand? No. Looks like she's going to lay this down. A very professional raise there by Bryce. No matter what happens, I think this play is very profitable. She's like,
she showed.
I have no idea what to do here.
Oh, and she's like, can I see it? And then he's like, if you want to. So she saw it.
Bryce saying, he just said for your number. Come on, Bryce. That was your shot, baby. You've got in the number or the OkCupid profile.
OkCupid profile. I don't know. Once you bluff a girl in a big hand like that's pretty tough to to turn around and ask her out.